Houston, the dream of affordable housing is becoming a reality for families who once had little hope for a better life. It's happening in part because corporate attorneys are providing pro bono legal assistance. In San Antonio, they're bringing the courthouse to the community. Corporate attorneys and judges are volunteering their time to help bring resolution to family law cases all in one night. In Dallas, a young mother has now found hope for her children thanks to the efforts of a corporate attorney whose employer encourages its lawyers to provide pro bono legal aid to those who cannot afford an attorney. In fact, far too many Texans can't afford legal assistance. But many corporations are trying to change that. They're encouraging their attorneys to take on pro bono cases, giving them the time to work on those cases and the resources they need to help provide access to justice to low-income Texans.
The ExxonMobil Law Department encourages its legal staff and attorneys to participate in pro bono. They believe that it's the professional responsibility of their lawyers to use their law degree to assist in the community.
The things that you're able to do through legal aid are things that you'll look back on at the end of your career with great pride.
In a corporate setting, in-house attorneys, for example, you don't have a lot of client contact. Your client's right down the hall. You represent the same group of executives or the entity every day, and so you see the same folks. When you can help someone who really needs your help, it's extremely rewarding.
Peggy Montgomery and Evan Olson are both corporate counsel for ExxonMobil, and both are dedicated to pro bono work. ExxonMobil has joined forces with the international law firm of Fulbright and Jaworski to offer free legal advice.
Fulbright and Jaworski has over 1,000 lawyers at this time, and those lawyers are located throughout the nation and then throughout the world in our worldwide offices. Our philosophy here is that we know we have a obligation to the communities that we practice in, and that obligation extends to the use of our training and our ability to provide legal representation and legal assistance to those who can't afford it.
The beneficiary of the team's pro bono work is Houston's Avenue CDC, a nonprofit group dedicated to revitalizing Houston by developing affordable housing for low-income residents.
It's obviously a great cost savings to have pro bono legal services on these projects, and those cost savings are passed on directly to the program beneficiaries in the form of lower housing costs.
The partnership is working, and I think the success of Avenue CDC is due in some small part to the help and assistance that we've been able to give them. I think it's certainly work for the law firm and for the company.
One of Avenue CDC's biggest projects began with nothing more than a long strip of grass on Houston's north side. Avenue CDC's vision was to make the area its largest single-family development. Through ExxonMobil's involvement, that land has now bloomed into 13 affordable homes. The corporate partnership has given Avenue CDC the opportunity to take on much bigger projects and the confidence to continue that growth in the future. Here in San Antonio, among the notable buildings of downtown and the famous Riverwalk, there's a place where people in need of legal advice can get help. Good things happen at the Center for Legal and Social Justice at St. Mary's University, in great part due to some dedicated attorneys.
Over 1,500 clients have come through the clinics in the last 4 years.
Lee Kusenberry is with the South Central Texas chapter of the Association of Corporate Counsel. He and other corporate attorneys have discovered a way to make their lives more rewarding by volunteering for an effort known as the Community Justice Program. Every month, qualified clients are able to meet with an attorney and discuss their legal issues.
There's judges there, there's paralegals there, there's administrative staff there to make sure that we bring the courthouse to the people.
Attorneys, paralegals, clerks, judges, court reporters, and notaries all volunteer their time.
When you volunteer to work as a pro bono attorney under a program like the Community Justice Program, you're immediately given training on how to do intake. You're given forms to write up what the project is and what you're going to be working on. You're given mentorship by a board-certified attorney in the area you're working on. You're immediately provided a paralegal that's going to help you put the documents together that you need.
Also here at St. Mary's Center for Legal and Social Justice, corporations like Valero and AT&T are offering free legal advice for another pro bono project, the Wills Clinic. 10 years ago, the clinic offered free legal advice just twice a year. It's since grown into a monthly project.
Since we became a monthly Wills Clinic, we've served about 750 people. So all those individuals now have wills, business powers of attorney, healthcare powers of attorney, living wills.
Abigail Campman is the founder of the monthly Wills Clinic and knows the importance of estate planning.
If you do a survey of title companies, you will understand how many people never did wills, never died without anything. And when they come to sell the property, the majority of the proceeds, or a large part of the proceeds, will be used to pay lawyers to clear title.
Corporate attorneys provide a majority of the free legal advice at the Wills Clinic.
Most lawyers often don't have the avenue to volunteer, because a lot of times volunteer means a lot of hours, and the Wills Clinic gives a corporate lawyer the opportunity to do some volunteer work that may only take 3 hours of their time or 2, and actually have served somebody.
The clinic is supported by the Bexar County Women's Bar Foundation and the San Antonio Bar Foundation. Clients are referred through Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid. Attorneys who volunteer for programs like the Wills Clinic are covered by malpractice insurance paid for by the State Bar of Texas. Abigail says her volunteer attorneys are able to bring great relief to the clients.
The relief that they've appointed somebody to take care of them in the event of financial need or in the event of health care need. It's so important to make those decisions.
Ann Shuttee is a very busy person. She's a corporate attorney for EDS in Dallas, is actively involved in the Dallas Bar Association, and at any given time is working on one or more pro bono cases.
When I came to this company, I told them that I very much wanted to continue doing pro bono work, that was just an essential part of my practice. And the general counsel who hired me said that he would support it, and that he did support it, and that EDS would stand behind my pro bono work.
She focuses on family law in her pro bono efforts and has found legal aid to be an invaluable resource.
And legal aid is always there to provide advice, counsel. They'll go with you to court as necessary. The mentors are just delighted to help. They're wonderful resources. And you gradually find that having a pro bono case or two just is part of your life.
She also receives great support from judges.
The judges are very accommodating. They're very kind and very gracious to those of us who are trying to practice in an area that's not our primary area of practice.
Misty Jackson has 2 children. Her husband left town, promising to send for her and the kids, but that reunion never happened.
I didn't know how we were going to financially make it, just the kids and I, without him.
Misty, struggling financially to raise her children, had to move in with her parents and turn to attorney Ann Shuttee for help.
I think we lawyers owe a responsibility to our neighbors, to the members of our community, to help ensure that legal assistance, that essential legal assistance, is available to them.
Ann was able to help Misty obtain a divorce, custody of her children, and much-needed child support.
If I had to do it all on my own, it would have been so complicated, I would have never known where to start. I would have never gone through with any of it without the help of legal aid.
Through the help of legal aid, combined with pro bono efforts of attorneys who are willing to volunteer their time, 100,000 low-income Texans are helped each year. But there are so many more who need your help. Half of all qualified legal aid applicants are turned away because there are not enough resources to meet the need. Imagine what it would mean to those who need legal assistance if more corporations and more corporate attorneys embraced pro bono efforts. This is your chance to make a real difference in someone's life. Get involved and help make justice a reality for all Texans.